Hi, it's Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and in this video I'll be checking out the Loop Mount Twist, which is a compact and stylish bike mount for your mobile device. I've tried a number of phone bike mounts, from plastic bungee mounts to more rigid plastic mounts, and although they have done their job at mounting my iPhone to my bike handlebars, I found that the bungee mounts were too bouncy and the plastic mounts were very bulky mounts when not in use, and they will never be able to have a good enough grip on my phone. When I bought my first e-bike this year, I wanted a more discreet yet more substantial phone mount. The Loop bike mount caught my eye a few months back when it was crowdfunding on Indiegogo, so I reached out to them and they kindly supplied their new twist mount for this review. In the box you get a paper instruction manual. There is the Loop twist mount itself with its rubber medium shims pre-installed. There is a thicker shim for smaller handlebars, 3 thin shims for very thick handlebars, and an Allen key to open the mount up and install it onto your bike. The Loop twist mount carries the same great looks and functionality as their first generation of bike mount, in that it's a small and discreet metal bracket that has 2 opening brackets that open outwards and expand to grip the width of your phone, with up to 3 kilograms of grip force to keep the phone firmly in place on the top of the mount. The earlier version of the Loop mount could only hold your mobile in a horizontal position, but this twist edition can now be rotated a full 360 degrees to offer both horizontal and vertical mounting on your handlebars. And the best thing is, when it's not being used, it folds down small enough to seamlessly blend in without ruining too much of the aesthetics of your overall bike. There are 2 colors available. There is this black matte color and there is a matte silver color that might suit bikes with white, chrome or silver handlebars. It measures 52 millimeters in diameter by 30 millimeters in width, and it weighs just 117 grams. Installation is super easy. You first locate a suitable spot on your bike, scooter or even pram handlebars. Most circular standard handlebar thicknesses are supported, from 22.2 millimeters up to 31.8 millimeters. By using either of their 2 rubber shim sizes or using its set of 3 elastomer shims for really thick handlebars, you then use the supplied Allen key to undo the mount, position the loop over and around your handlebars, then tighten the 2 screws back into the mount to secure the mount firmly in place. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a straight run at the center of my handlebars, so the mount sits a little bit at an angle. This can be compensated for by slightly rotating the mount, but because it has only a few set angle segments as it turns, a knock or a bump will eventually rotate the mount and my phone into one of these positions and position my phone just a little bit wonky. Although it is recommended to mount the Loop mount with the logo facing forwards, due to the 360 nature of this mount, this isn't as important. The reason for this is due to a small ridge that one of the folding brackets has, and it makes it much easier to open the mount up with one hand. Inserting your mobile into the Loop twist mount is sadly not a one-handed maneuver, as it can be for some more simple bike phone mounts. But that's the compromise of having such a small and discreet folding mount. As I said, there's a small ridge on one side of the brackets to allow you to flip it up and insert your mobile and push it outwards to open the bracket up. Then with the second hand, you can then flick the second bracket up, expand it outwards and drop your mobile in between them. The brackets will contract inwards to clamp the whole mobile tightly together. Once your phone is mounted, you can then easily rotate the mount with your phone attached between horizontal and vertical positions and 3 increment angles in between them. The rotating mechanism is very sturdy, and it takes some good pressure to rotate the mount between each varying degree, so it should easily keep its position when riding over bumps on the road and on gravel dirt track surfaces. This Loop mount currently retails for $68, £60 or €69 directly from the Loop mount store, and you can also buy on Amazon for a similar price in the UK and in Europe. And I'll leave direct links to these down below so you can learn more about this mount and to buy one. I tested this mount on a number of surfaces, from road tarmac to grassy and gravel paths, and I also tested it down some very bumpy off-road trails. Throughout, I didn't have any issues with the phone leaving the mount. The mount is made for road cycling and maybe light gravel trails, but in all my tests, it performed perfectly, with only serious downhill bumps, only making my phone slightly slide down so that the edges of the bracket depress one of my side buttons on the phone. I either changed volume, entered emergency mode, or if I was filming from the camera, it started or stopped recording. But this was only a rare case and it was on very bumpy surfaces. Overall, I would not hesitate to leave my phone in this mount for most of my off-road trails that I do on my bike. The odd angle that the mount gave on my bike wasn't really a fault of the mount itself, and it was more with my handlebars shape and where I could position the mount centrally onto it. However, this might have been less of an issue if the mount had a little few more granular positions than just the 3 that it has between horizontal and portrait orientations. I found the 3-layer shims a little tricky to install over the molded solid rubber shims, and once I did install them, it wasn't a good enough grip on my handlebars. So I had to return to the medium shims and mounted it a little bit further along my handlebar where it was thin enough to be used. I was pleasantly surprised with this mount though. It looks great and it's very discreet when it's not in use, and it handled all the bumps on my usual off-road rides without falling out or slipping too much within the mount, which is amazing considering that this mount is made mostly for road cycling. So if you're one of those, you really have no worries about using this mount. It took the width of my iPhone 13 Pro with its Apple leather case with no problem, and its expanded brackets will easily take larger phones with cases such as the iPhone Max or the Samsung Galaxy Ultra series. Its main limitation is in its thickness, which must be less than 14.5mm thick, so big or bulky rugged cases might not fit in this mount. So do check their specs on their website before buying one. If you're looking for a small, discreet bike phone mount that doesn't ruin the look of your bike when it's not in use and also performs very well on rough or bumpy terrain, then I would definitely recommend you check out this loop twist mount. If you'd like to watch another tech lifestyle accessory, you can check out this video here and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. Give us a thumbs up if you have, and comments are always welcome if you have any questions about this loop twist mount. Take care of yourself and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.